Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Ordinal Bitcoin ecosystem. What is up, guys? Great show for you guys today. So every week we do a weekend update and a weekly update. Today is the weekly update. It's going to be good. I mean, we're heading into the holidays here. A lot of the things are really taking off. Bitmaps, the blue boxes. Wow. I mean, the frogs. It's been absolutely amazing. Congratulations if you're in Ordinals. Congratulations if you've been here since, back in June when things were really tough. You guys deserve this. You guys deserve this pump. You guys deserve this thing. And if you're new to Ordinals, it's not too late. You were still super early. We are a brand new ecosystem, really, really on that train to greatness. And it's something special. It's something that no one ever thought was possible. I mean, we're on Bitcoin. We're on Bitcoin. Just say that. Say that. We are on Bitcoin. It's amazing. So let's get this weekly update started. Let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What up? What up? What up? I need to get the fireworks back, or the sparklers.
Yeah, man. Insane week, right? We got Bitmap sitting at 0.006. We got the frogs almost hitting a half of Bitcoin. We got the blue boxes. This time last week, they were like $4,000. Now they're $21,000. It is absolutely 22. Holy crap, dude! It doesn't stop.
Don't stop, won't stop. Yeah, I mean, a lot of euphoria going around in the space. A lot of it's BRC20 based, but you're starting to see different like assets, different protocol assets starting to really kick up. So I think this is something that we got to get used to for a bit here. We're going to get into some topics about like some other chains that are really implementing these metas that Bitcoin really kind of created here, and now they're replicating them all the way from inscriptions to bitmaps, right? So we'll dive into that in a little bit, but yeah, so it's exciting. As Shizzy said, if you were here from all the way back in the start, and you're still here, man, congrats, because you definitely should have made some really good gains, and congrats to that.
Yeah, man. It's been absolutely, insane. I did not think it was going to be like this quick and this fast. Inscriptions are not only on Bitcoin now; they're taking over everywhere. I mean, AVAX was a victim of inscriptions, and their gas fees went to 2 AVAX per, and it's like $80. And now Solana is getting bitmap today, and they might have to shut down the network again.
Yeah, exactly, man. So that makes me so bullish. I would say whenever they first try to copy like the inscription tokens, I was bullish already. But now that they're copying almost every like strong narrative, I'm really bullish, because you got to think, who the Ethereum did this back in 2020 and 2021. Every other EVM chain just replicated what Ethereum did, and Ethereum's assets were looked at as the premium assets because they were the originators and stuff, right? So I think we'll see some innovation on other chains, kind of like what happened during the Ethereum DeFi boom. Like, I don't think Tomb was on Ethereum at all. I think it started on Phantom, but Phantom replicated a lot of what Ethereum did, just like a lot better features in terms of speed and development over there. I think we'll see that like eventually happen, like next year summer. Like, Solana's really fast. Maybe they'll have a twist off of this inscription stuff.
Yeah. Well, Tomb was kind of a mind of remember what is it? Was it called Ohm? Like, it was the other one that was crazy on
Olympus
Ethereum.
DAO.
Olympus DAO.
Yeah.
That one really took off, and Tomb was kind of like the brainchild of that. That was kind of like
they started Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
And then I didn't know Andre was behind that.
Well, Andre wasn't a part of any of that.
Oh, okay, got you. But it did get the people's like
that was Harry Ye.
Yeah, it was like it got people's brain ticking, saying, how can we create like game theory with this? And obviously, like it was a house of cards, right? And it collapsed and all that stuff. But a lot of people made a lot of money early, and like, remember Wonderland too? That was also another one. So all these things started happening. So over here, it's not as, in my opinion, in my opinion, because there's no smart contracts. You can't game theory it as much, which is good because
Yeah,
it's more of a solid investment in terms of you're not going to get edged out, you
yeah,
know, from where we are. It's literally if you're good trader skills, then you can, but that's fair because you develop those good trader skills.
yep,
Um, and I hope that that continues because the smart contracts really allowed a lot of game theory to happen.
yeah, and still is. I mean, there's still stuff over there that's getting built with smart contracts, and I think eventually, well, I think with these layer twos and stuff, especially with Jeffrey's building, and that's something we're going to get into a little later. Potentially smart contracts can live on them. Contracts can kind of live in maybe some of these layer twos.
Yeah, that will probably happen. But at that point, in my opinion, all these Bitcoin layer one assets will be really priced at a premium. And we also have to remember like the narrative is different.
Yeah,
Everything for this narrative is on chain. That's what the narrative is.
yeah,
It's on chain. It lives on chain forever. And that's important, and that's what's starting to happen on these other chains now. They're
yeah.
actually inscribing data on their chains, which wasn't really happening much.
No, definitely. I think and all NFTs will be in ordinal form on every chain. I think with when Elon said that to Joe Rogan about they're not really on chain. I think that changes. I think ordinals will be on every single chain. Inscriptions will be on every single chain, and that'll be the NFTs. And I think the smart contracts will still probably hold the the tokens, but not over here. I think over here will
Yeah,
be BRC20s, but the layer twos will probably be smart contracts.
yeah, and I think smart contracts will have its purpose, right? Like for a good reason, not malicious, like a lot of people. When you
Yeah,
when you hide some stuff in the smart contract, and it like basically, just opens the chute to suck liquidity out. You get scrugged, right,
yeah,
and scammed. That's the kind of stuff we want to stay away from over
yeah.
here, right? And even if they do come out with like a smart inscription or whatever, I really hope that this is more focused on on-chain data that um, you know that shows value, and there's also a lot of metas that haven't been hit on yet, like rare sats, that I think once the people that come over here
Yeah,
realize that's something that you can't replicate on other chains. You can't
can't do it.
replicate rare sats. I mean, maybe they can have a version of it if they have some sort of accounting system.
It won't be the same. It won't. It's
Yeah,
not even worth it.
yeah, because it's more about the history too with the rare stats, right? So,
Exactly.
but
And on some of those chains, it's like Ethereum is point 0.1 ETH. It's not like they don't call it. What do they call it? Vitalics? We got rare Vitalics. Like no, it's not gonna work.
yeah, well, yeah, I guess like the very smallest unit, but yeah, I mean it's a different accounting system anyway. So,
Yeah.
um, but we don't know how like the back end of Solana works, or you know what I mean. Like some of these other chains, they might have something that they could try to create a system, but it's never going to be, in my opinion, none of these replications are going to be at the same level of value of the Bitcoin layer one assets.
Well, you can say it's the same thing about their chain regardless. They'll never be on
Yeah,
the level of Bitcoin. So
exactly. But I'm happy that this is happening because it's opening up a kind of showing like, okay, this is the standard, and then this is below it and stuff like that. But they could still like enjoy doing this on their chains. But
100%.
yep. So I want to get into this because this was a big news
Huge.
update. So as you guys know, Shizzy and I we're really bullish on recursive verse, BRC 420 meta protocol, and just what recursive verse is building over there with their two-dimensional bitmap game metaverse, as well as their marketplace, their BRC 420 marketplace. And one of the plans that we were just hearing about from Jeff was he wanted to wrap, bitmaps, that so there could be more of an interest from possibly larger players
Yeah.
that want to rather not sit there and select 9 bitmaps to purchase on Magic Eden, but to be able to purchase tokens that are backed by bitmap liquidity, right? Like the bitmaps are locked up, and so this has come. There's an announcement that it's coming in 30 days from today, which would be, I think there's what 31 days in
Yeah,
December, so that's
we
11. You're
January
looking at
21st.
yeah, so January for 21st. And then he's also doing that with another asset, the blue box asset that was the very first BRC 420 that they launched, recursive first launch. So man, this actually, so we've talked about this on the show. This can create a supply shock, because you're going to be locking up your bitmaps to exchange for 1,000 W maps, and then
Yeah,
you're locking up your blue boxes to exchange for 2,000 W420, and they're both
yeah.
BRC 20s tokens, I believe.
So, which initially makes the 420 token Jeffrey's token, right? So now Recursiverse has another way to invest in with this token slash this box, which we said from the very beginning. We said that we said that so many
With
times on the show. The only
without
way
with
to
Yeah, you
the only
said it.
way
You
to
called
invest
it.
in them, the only way to invest in Jeffrey was to get these blue boxes, and now that blue boxes have become their token. It was like clockwork, dude. It was so simple, so easy, and
And
yeah,
that's without him even telling us like the plan.
nope,
Like we didn't think we didn't necessarily know that you were going to be able to convert it into a token. It was just the blue boxes were the only asset that you could have exposure to
yeah.
recursiverse,
Well,
right?
I figured it out when Bison Labs was going to wrap the bitmaps, right? And then Jeffrey kind of hinted to us that he might be wrapping the bitmaps. I said, if they're wrapping the bitmaps, he's going to wrap these boxes, right?
Yeah.
So it was pretty obvious once we heard about the him wrapping the bitmaps.
But you know what's even more cool is that they're adding a feature, and this was in the update. I didn't include it in the banner here, but this feature is going to be accessible to people that are deploying their BRC 420 assets. So they can click a button and select how many tokens allocated per asset to lock up. So this
Oh
is going to
wow,
create a whole new game and environment of game theory with a
yeah,
swap, right?
yeah,
So this is why we were so bullish on this guy, man. I mean,
yeah,
the dude came to the United States for college, left with like multiple millions of dollars, didn't even
yeah,
finish college from businesses that he sold off, right?
yep,
So he's just a smart guy, and I'm excited for this.
yeah.
By the way, the blue box is at last time I checked was $22,500. And
Insane.
remember, guys, this was a 15-cent mint.
Yeah,
You could have literally minted like hundreds of these because there's a 10,000 supply. Imagine you minted like
yeah.
200, you'd be a millionaire.
Even
Yeah.
like I bought one at $30. Like I
Yeah,
wish I
yeah,
would have
even on
bought
secondary, yeah, like,
insane amount.
I remember buying my second one at, because I have a couple, right? But, like, I remember buying the second one at $80, and I was like, "Damn, did I pay too much for that?"
Yeah, because I paid 30. Yeah.
Yeah, and I literally did not expect this, and
If we
so
would have sat there and just bought like 30 of them because how much we believe in Jeffrey, 'cause we did even back then, we believed in Jeffrey, but we just didn't have the funds back then either, you know. So we
yeah.
had everything pretty tap. I mean, we were in bitmaps, we were in track, we were in,
Yeah,
you know,
we had all our assets,
tied up.
our Bitcoin tied up. Yeah, exactly. So, but hey, I'm super glad I did.
Yeah,
And we're honest about like what we dabble in.
yeah,
We're not going to regurgitate our whole portfolios, but
yeah.
this is
Well, if you're a member, you basically get our whole portfolio, right? So in the member
yeah,
videos.
yeah, definitely. That's I think that's 100% worth the $10 for that. But that's
Yeah,
just my opinion. Anyhow, yeah. So I'm super bullish on it. And do you think that there's going to be builders that create assets and then use this feature that they're adding?
yeah. I mean, you can builders, or you can, let's just say, like, if you want to wrap Goosenals, right? Like, technically, you get a goose token. Is that
Well,
possible?
only if you might would have to burn the Goosenol on one end and then replicate it on the BRC 420 end.
So it wouldn't work like a bitmap because it's technically the same thing as a bitmap. Why wouldn't it be able to work just like a bitmap?
You know what? You're right. You're right on that. Maybe you could.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
because
potentially we could have, frog tokens
oh my god,
and
bro!
goosenal
Like I don't even
tokens
want to. Like
and node monkey
now
tokens.
I'm like just even more crazy bullish.
Yeah,
Golly,
seriously, dude. Imagine
imagine.
taking your frog, and you have 7 days, otherwise your frog gets randomized, right? So if you like your little your frog's glasses or something, maybe that's not the frog to put in there, but
Bro, like, and I
potentially
think
a
I
floor
think
frog.
anybody can deploy that token.
Yeah,
You know,
anyone
if you
can.
think about it, so if you think about it, like, let's say that you want to deploy a token for frogs and you want to
Yeah.
wrap these frogs,
Yep.
then you just call it W frog
Yeah.
and you wrap it. But the problem would be if like three people like just try to do it, then who do you know? You know, like what which one do you go for?
Well, if it's all trusted by Jeffrey, if it's all like if it's his thing to where you can't get rugged, doesn't matter. You can have W frog, M frog, and Z frog. Technically, they're all the same, and you can arbitrage them. If you're, you know what I mean. If you're trading them inside, it becomes an arbitrage. Let's just say Z frog went down. Maybe get the Z frog, pull it out of there, do the withdrawal, and then boom, you got a frog again.
Dude,
And
now we're talking about game theory of that
big
can get
time,
really that
dude.
can get really crazy, right?
Yeah.
So,
Because once you
uh,
pull them out, you get the asset back, right? So
yeah,
inside you get a tokenized version, but the outside. So if at the inside, any like I can make S frogs, you can make Y frogs, and inside those tokens could be traded arbitrage wise, and then you know what,
I could
Y
have a
frogs are
different
down.
supply that gives you per frog, and you could have different
Exactly.
supply that gives per frog. And the only thing that would stink would be like if you like if you gave your frog up for like a token, and then like that token doesn't do well, you
It
know.
doesn't matter because you can withdraw your frog out.
I guess
It doesn't
so. So
matter.
you can withdraw your frog out cheap, actually. Then,
Well,
right?
it would be whatever the same amount of tokens is. Yeah, so
Yeah, that's true. That's
it
true.
would be an arbitrage to buy the cheap token and get that frog out of there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so dude, because there's so many levels to this.
I
I'm like
know, it's
my brain is
crazy.
like thinking about like one thing, and I'm like amazed, and then like I'm like, but wait, hold on, how do you do that? And then you just explained it, and I'm like amazed again. Like, well, my brain is just like getting like,
It's
yeah,
kinda like there's commercials where it's like, "Wait, there's more," you
yeah,
know?
for sure, for sure. Well, yeah, like we
So
could talk
excited
about this.
about all
Yeah,
this, dude. We could really talk about this all day. This is what
for
we
sure.
do in our off time, guys. We just
Yeah,
we go back and forth like this.
DMs. We are always like, dude, did you hear about this? Did you hear about? So now you guys get it,
Yeah.
and you get that alpha from us. But let's go on to the next topic here, because this is something that you know a little bit more about than me. Could you
Yeah, yeah.
explain the details about it?
So, guys, I was very bullish on no monkeys, and I was very bearish on no monkeys. Now I'm kinda bullish again, right?
Sounds like the ordinal space.
But so I don't know, man. The inscription number gets me. The fact that everyone's starting to hate them. I like when things are hated. You know why? 'Cause I get them cheap. Because everything comes back eventually, right? Am I wrong?
Well, not everything.
Most things. Like
Well, you're right.
eventually
You're right.
people are gonna
Hey,
forget
if Oshi could get to $2,000
again
today,
and then go
and then
back to zero one day later.
yeah,
We're gonna get into that though, definitely. But yeah, so like so they're dropping their thing tomorrow, and how it's gonna work, it's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the fact we're paying for them now, because if we are paying for them, the free mint was bull crap, and they're a bunch of scumbags. Like it said, I think it's BitGod a part of it, and whatever. It's just this is my opinion. I'm probably wrong. I don't know. But I think that how it's gonna work is it's gonna start at 0.21. So if you want one that bad in the first hour, you're going to be paying 0.21, right? But that doesn't mean you're paying the exact 0.21. And then every 6 blocks or every hour, potentially every hour, every 6 blocks is just a better way to put it. It drops a little bit. And I'm not sure the exact number, but just gets to say 0.02, so I don't have to look it up. So it'll drop to, from 0.21 to 0.19, right? And then it keeps going and going every 6 blocks. Then it goes to 0.17 and 0.15 and 0.14, and until all 8,000 node monkeys are sold out, right? So at that point, whatever that number is, everyone pays the same amount. So if the number now is let's just say 0.105, and you paid the 0.21, you're now going to get 2 node monkeys. So whatever that is, and if you don't have enough for the second monkey, you'll get that refunded. So
yeah,
potentially this could go down if all the hate's still there, which I'm really hoping everyone hates it, because I might be able to get a bunch of them. And there's a long-term holds for me. I'm not worried about flipping it, not worried about any of that. And I'll be on Magic Eden sniping them, because I think everything eventually comes back. And this isn't about me liking the project. This is a money move for me, right? This is
Yeah.
just something potentially in the future I could sell this for, zero point 0.5 of a Bitcoin one day and
Yeah.
potentially pick it up for 0.005 if I'm lucky enough. So
Yeah. I see where you're coming from. I mean, they definitely got a ton of hate, right? But they got a ton of hate from the ordinal community, that the
yeah,
core. And if what happens, what I think is going to happens, and all these ETH boys come over here, and everybody from like all these other chains, they have
yeah.
no vendetta against anybody, right?
No one's
So
gonna remember any of
so
this.
so
Yeah,
so, so they'll probably ape into this,
they will.
and in my opinion, it could be a very lucrative play. It could be, not financial advice.
Yeah,
I might throw some at it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
yeah.
how I feel. But it is tomorrow, right at 4:20
420.
Eastern.
Yes, sir.
Where is it happening? Magic Eden.
You'll need to go to the No Monkeys Twitter and then go to their website. You'll be going to their website and then you'll have to connect your wallet. But we've already connected our wallets there once before, so I feel safe about it. And if to maybe be even safer, maybe open up a new wallet, send whatever you're
Bitcoin
willing to
over
send
there.
to that wallet, pay the fee, and then you right now you have about by the time putting this out, you have about 12 to 14 hours until mint. So you definitely have plenty of time to get it over there. So potentially maybe use a new wallet if you feel weird about it. Don't connect anything that has, half a Bitcoin in it or more. Don't be stupid. But if you don't have anything like too wealthy in there, it might be a good idea just to do it. And then, who knows? Send 0.005. I mean, they say they're sending it back. I mean, I guess if they could just get everybody and say, we're not even sending the monkeys, we're keeping your cash. But
Well,
anything's possible in the space, right?
yeah,
So
yeah. Well, I mean, I think we would have heard something about that with the initial Dutch auctions that they did for the rare ones.
yeah,
So, because I mean, they did this, they're using the same mechanism.
same exact mechanism. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but this is going to be potentially 4 or 5 thousand people connected in a while all at the same time. So you never know what could happen. Just be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't connect your wallet if you have a frog in there. Do not connect your wallet if you have a goose in there. Do not connect your wallet if you have a lot of Bitcoin in there. But if you want to be smart, send it over to another wallet. Play the smart. Potentially get a monkey. Or you can wait on Magic Eden and buy them secondhand, which probably I will do too. And again, these are very long term plays. I even hate myself a little bit for wanting one, but it's a business it's a business decision.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, if you're just looking, if you got to make some of these type of decisions where it's
Yeah,
purely just a smart move, right?
yeah,
And if that you have that conviction for this being a smart move, then yeah, you got to go for it. For me, I am still thinking about it. I definitely see the opportunity, um, but I just don't know if I want to throw
yeah,
my Bitcoin at that right now. There's a lot of different plays, but
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what
I
happens.
I designated Bitcoin to this a long time ago, and I just
Yeah, you
never
did for sure.
undesignated. So it's been already in my mind that I've bought one, and I'm trying to get them for $500 each. And if I can, that's awesome. If I can't, then it is what it is. So, but yeah, let's go to the next topic. And you can hate me if you want. I know it's a scumbag move, but hey, it's a business decision.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like we're here to, yes, the
Financial
community.
freedom.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so this next topic is something that we kind of touched on earlier. Every major chain is copying Bitcoin metas, right? Like inscriptions and bitmaps. And I want to show a little screen share here of my boy Jake Gallen. We had him on the show when we first started. Super knowledgeable guy.
Yeah,
If you're not following Jake, I highly recommend it. It's at Jake Gallen, JakeGallen_. And he's like a historian with
yeah,
NFTs and all that stuff. But it says he posted this today. First, every chain wanted inscriptions. Then every chain wanted BRC20. Now every chain wants bitmaps. And then you can see he reposted open soul map right here. So
yeah.
Solana, is doing this thing with they're called soul maps. And they're just kind of copying it, right? And you got Doge maps, and you got, I don't know if AVAX is doing a map thing yet, but I'm pretty sure that
No, they are.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
so there you go, right? Like you're getting all these metas that are being replicated on chains, and they're not even hesitating now. They're just like, there's groups of people that are just going in on it, right?
Yeah.
Um, so what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's good for, the Bitcoin assets, inscriptions
Yeah.
and stuff, or do you feel like this is gonna bring liquidity out?
Both. It's definitely going to bring liquidity out. But it's actually, if you're the person doing it, it's actually a smart move because if you can get in early, I mean, it's probably gonna 100x, right? Like, because I mean, potentially, if Bitmap did, I don't know. So it's I'm not doing it personally. But if you're already a soul guy and you're over there and like, it might be a good idea for you to do it. If you already have a soul wallet and what do you have to lose? It's probably dirt cheap, right? Probably
Yeah.
pennies on the dollar because you're just minting, and potentially that go to a few bucks or $20 or whatever. But so it's not great for bitmaps. It's not great for the ordinals. It's not great for Bitcoin in that way, but it is great because it's just like, hey, again, Bitcoin was first. Again, Bitcoin was the I guess front runner, the number one. It just gives more legacy to what Bitcoin is, and that brings Bitmap into that legacy as well. So that's kind of good for Bitmap.
Yeah, I think it is good for the value of the assets because they're going to be looked at as the premium, right?
Yeah,
Like there was multiple NFT projects that initially started on Ethereum and also migrated another collection on like Polygon or
yeah,
other EVM chains, right? Chronos. There was one specifically called Mad Meerkat Finance that I was involved with, and they started on Ethereum and then went to Chronos and then Polygon and then Arbitrum. They
yeah,
literally hopped to every single chain, but the Ethereum one always was the most expensive one,
yeah.
and it was looked at as like the original, like the original
The
NFT
OG.
collection. Yeah, the
Yeah,
OG, and it was always priced higher. So that's how I'm looking at these. The bitmaps will do the same thing. This could actually push bitmaps up even more because of like the premium perception of it,
yeah. I
right?
agree. And let's just say let's say you have 100 soul maps. You could sell one soul map to get a bitmap. You might do it, right?
Yep,
So
100%. Do you know anything about AVAX inscriptions?
I was looking at it the other day. They're very interesting. I think we should potentially do a show on it, honestly.
Just to kind of break down
Just
like
kind of
what.
go over it. Get I just so like I actually learn best when we do it live. So maybe we'll do it tomorrow night. Let's take a quick look.
Yeah. So here's a little list of your favorite guy, BitGod. You can see it says Bitcoin has inscriptions, Ethereum has inscriptions, Solana has inscriptions, Dogecoin has it, Litecoin, Polygon,
Polygon.
Arbitrum now, ZK Sync,
Yep.
Tron,
Tron.
BNB, Near. I mean, for crying out loud, Near didn't even really establish their regular
I know.
ecosystem. You know what I mean? So it's the fact that they're like, you know what? We're not gonna finish our chain up. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna go to inscriptions. I know that they have an ecosystem and their chain is complete, but
Yeah.
I'm joking a little bit here because they didn't really build out too much. And then you have AVAX, EOS, Cardano has inscriptions, Polkadot stacks.
Well, he's wrong about Polkadot. Polkadot does not have the things. So
Oh, they don't.
Polkadot is a layer 0. It doesn't actually have any blocks. I mean, it does, but it's like you're not inscribing in them. But like I think like one of the moonbeams or one of them have the inscriptions. So
Cosmos, I
it's
know Cosmos does.
well, again, Cosmos is layer 0, and then there's stuff
Well, they
on
have
top,
like
right?
a different. Cosmos came out with
Inscription servers, really? Okay,
yeah,
that's news to me. I didn't know a layer 0 could do that.
CRC20. So they created,
Okay.
here it is, Cosmos inscriptions. This is the
Oh wow,
CRC.
I guess you can do a layer 0 though.
Yeah. But I don't think you have to have the same like UTX model,
Gotcha.
UTXO model, like with mining blocks and stuff. You can still inscribe on the chain
Yeah,
somehow. And I think that's what they're doing
gotcha.
because I heard about this. So yeah, man. So then all those that was a pretty extensive list, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was what 13? No, probably more than that, right?
Yeah,
Probably close
and
to
all the
20.
big players, I feel like,
Every chain, like I think every chain will have inscriptions, and that's how the NFTs will be. Every chain will your NFTs will now be on chain. Like I think Elon kind of did that, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Elon did all of us ordinal enjoyers a
Yep.
favor.
He did.
But
Yep.
all right. This next one, this is pretty big news.
Huge.
Phantom Wallet, man. They service many large blockchains. They're not necessarily, they were never necessarily like the first choice for me because I was so used to MetaMask and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do know that they have strong branding. They always have. I actually thought they were a part of like the Phantom chain,
No,
you
no,
know,
no. Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
separate. Yeah, so Phantom Wallet comes to Bitcoin. They announced that yesterday, had a
Yeah.
cool little commercial. What are your thoughts on this? It's kind of weird because like we have big wallet players here. Do you think
But
it's
no.
risky for them to come over?
So for me, it's like why do businesses put like since 97 or since 2005, right? It's to show like, hey, we've been around this long and we're still a business. So for a while, for instance, we've been around this long and we haven't been hacked, right? We haven't
Yeah,
been nothing happened. So to have a player that's been in the space since I want to say 2021 or early 2020, there's longevity there. There's trust there, right?
that is true.
So
That is
I
true.
th I think that is a big part of it, why I'm gonna start using Phantom Wallet. I already have Phantom Wallet on my phone. I play around with Solana, very little compared to I play around all the chains. I like to be in the know. I
Yeah.
like to just try different things. I have like a few things staked over there and stuff. So I have a Phantom Wallet. It'd be great to hit that button and use Bitcoin and then go to Magic Eden, right? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. So is that how Phantom started? Did they first start with Solana?
Solana. Yep. And then they went to Ethereum, and I think I'm not sure if they're on anything else, but I know they're obviously on Ethereum and Solana.
Yeah. So do you think that this is gonna like spur like a movement to where like do you see MetaMask coming over?
Yes, MetaMask. Well, no, because MetaMask still hasn't gone to Solana yet. They're strictly EVM.
Interesting.
So
They
to
would
answer your
have to build
question,
out like a whole different like
it would
configuration
be
for
it would be a lot tougher for them, but I don't see them doing it. I don't see them doing that. But I mean, Solana's already they run Rust. They're not in very much EVM. They're very different than EVM. So for them to build stuff, come probably closer to Bitcoin than an EVM. So that could work. But I mean, they do have Ethereum, which is EVM. So.
yeah.
But I think this is a really good move for Ordinals because now everyone with a Phantom wallet, people that are in our comments, how do I get started? Now all you got to do is move your move your Solana to Bitcoin and go to Magic Eden. If you're in Solana, you know Magic Eden. If you're in Solana, you know Phantom Wallet. Now if you're in Solana, you easily have access to Ordinals.
Yeah. Also, yeah, so it's more about like the user count, like that
Exactly,
they have and how many more users can come over here. So
100%.
that's big. So do you think this could spur like other services? Like um obviously Uniswap, we talked about it a long time ago, but then they
Yeah,
decided to back out. Do you think they regret backing out back then? And then also like could some of these bigger players come over here?
I can't see a swap on layer one Bitcoin. It's
Yeah.
hard for me.
Yeah, so it
So
doesn't have to be layer 1. So let's say that, a layer 2 is developed and they wanna that feeds into Bitcoin and they wanna
yeah,
do you see them or do you see them kind of being like, "Look, we're Ethereum, we've always been Ethereum based, and we'll stay here."
the problem with that and crypto's biggest problem is bridges. So if we're going into layer two, and I'm really hoping Jeffrey has this down with his modular system that he's using, but bridges is going to be a problem. But we're probably going to see a lot of things hacked because a lot of things are going to be very experimental. You know what I mean? So everything's going to be like new. So you're going to see hacks and stuff when we start building these ordinal bridges to these EVM type chains to be able to do things like swaps. So that's scary to me
Yeah.
because I don't want to see anyone in Ordinal space lose money, and it's going to happen, especially if we start using bridges.
Yeah. I mean, I can see there's gonna be like bumps and bruises, with the innovation or the infrastructure build out for this stuff. But
100%.
but it is needed because especially with Jeffrey's
Yeah,
focus on a layer 2 that services these layer 1 assets, to me
yeah,
it's huge, right? Because like
yeah,
that's what's really needed here.
100%.
All right, we're gonna finish with the
Uh,
with your finish.
I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so, right? So I said this all the way back. I mean, you can go check the receipts. I said Oshi will eventually go to zero, and today Oshi has gone to zero. The trash can that I've always knew was a trash can that people thought was a Ferrari, and I saw a trash can is going to zero. So
Well,
what
it's not
there is a
technically at 0.
it's
That
going to zero. It'll
it's a
eventually be 0.00.
yeah, it's, at 160 bucks, but it was at 2,000, I believe
Yeah,
yesterday, was it?
yeah, two
Or
thousand
di
dollars. So I found out what happened.
Moto.
So there was a snapshot last night, and everyone's buying to be part of the snapshot. So there's the CBRC tokens. They is a new token from the Oshi team. I can't remember the name of it
Moto.
exactly.
Moto.
Moto. Good job. Uh, so Moto is this token. So I think it's one Oshi, you're getting a certain amount of Moto for that over on the CBRC 20 chain, which I think is the Oshi guys. If they did not build it themselves, they were somehow a part of it. Um, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's
The board?
yeah. I think the Cyborg and all them.
Yeah.
Cyborg might be Merlin. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. Who knows?
yeah.
You don't
Uh,
know.
yeah, you don't know.
There's a
You're
reason
right,
why
yeah.
he doesn't speak. There's a reason. Merlin didn't speak either.
I thought it
So
was no speak of English or something.
I mean, they can type it pretty
Problemo.
well.
They
I mean,
can type
they
it pretty well. That's a good
They
point.
called me an asshole freaking day one in the Discord, right? Why to get for they gave me a just because I
Guys,
asked some questions.
if you ever run into Shizzy, do not do that because then look, he look
I
how
will
much
hate you forever.
yes, he's had beef with Oshi since day 2
I
in
am
the Discord.
I'm a one strike person. You piss me off one time, I'm done with you.
Yeah, so yeah, Oshi's definitely like it's something that I would definitely stay away from personally.
Yeah,
I don't know, and this is not hate bashing, guys. This is just, being realistic and transparent because, you know, everybody was waiting for them to drop the
yeah.
protocol. Like
Boss
what
never
happened
existed.
what happened with that? Like what's going on with that? Like
It's
they
dead.
can't they can't
It
even
never.
answer anything about
Yeah,
that. They can't even
it
answer
never
anything
existed.
about like what now they've shifted to Moto and Moto's like their new brand. I mean, come on, guys, like just be transparent. And also, Shizzy and I haven't touched Oshi since like probably I want to say like maybe like 7 months ago or 6 months ago or
Yeah,
something, and I did well on it because I just
yeah,
I swing traded it for one time and I did pretty good, but I was like never again. And it's just
yeah,
you earn your trust in the space by doing what you say you're going to do
yeah.
and not burning bridges, and they did both of those things.
I hope they just go away. I hope like I see. For me, it's like this ocean. I say like I'm happy this happened, but I'm not really happy this happened. Right?
Because people got hurt.
People got hurt. Our ordinal family got hurt. There's people that we know that are close to us who were holding this that might have bought a lot higher, and that's going down. So that doesn't feel good to me. Like it's just one of those things where this isn't good for the space, but we need to get the bad actors out of the space. And if we
Yeah,
can call
or
them
at
out,
least
if we can
highlight
point
them.
them out, at least exactly, if we can point them out, and you can really get a tell if like the way Archimedes was talking and stuff, you can just tell right off the bat like who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. And the way Merlin, the way Archimedes, the way I never heard the other guy speak, but the way them two were speaking on Twitter alone was like it was just tough to read. It was just like I don't know.
Yeah,
It was just, but then we had Archimedes on a show and he was amazing. So it's just like
yeah.
you don't need to be an a-hole. People, you know what I mean? Like it's especially if you have nothing behind your project. But
Yeah,
it is what
oh,
it
that
is.
that was the biggest part for me because I feel like Archimedes was, like, actually a stand-up guy
It
up
was.
until after the show, and then he started attacking people for he was going after Benny
Yeah.
and Ordify and just it was like
All competitors.
it was just a ton of, like, bitterness that was coming out in those posts.
Yeah.
Like, just bitter, angry for I don't no reason it seemed like,
But now we know why.
especially when nothing was being shipped on their end.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, hey, look, he seemed like a good dude, him specifically, but like I think Merlin to me is the one that like really just like I don't know. But anyways, enough about that. We want to
Yeah.
just highlight the people that seem to be not focused on doing the right thing. And
Yeah.
I think
And
that's important.
And we wish them nothing but luck, right? Like we hope they, because like I've said it before, is like I think the best developers are the ones who failed before. So I'm definitely open to giving them a second chance with this Moto thing. So it's just like I hope it's very successful. I hope they make a
Yeah, I
lot of
mean,
people a lot of
if they
money.
if
I'm
they
not
ship
gonna touch it.
yeah, if they ship a super solid product and protocol and do what they say they can do, hey, I'll shake their hand, because I think
100%.
that, that's something that needs to happen if that's what they're going, saying that they're going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we hit pretty
Yeah.
much everything, dude. Like, it's so crazy because, like, I feel like when we go through our banners, I'm like, man, we didn't even talk about much. And I
I
look at
know.
the time, and I'm
It's
like,
40 minutes.
yeah, yeah, we've been talking for about 40 minutes. So let's do what we do here and jump
Yep.
right in to the Bitcoin Layer 1 Assets weekly
Weekly
market
updates.
updates. I will start it off with the Unisat BRC20 market
Yep.
update. Um, Number one is
Oshi.
Oshi, down 91.43%, sitting at $160.19. Like we said, this was shot up to like $2,000 yesterday. Number two is Sats. It's down 3.59%. And it's sitting at let's see, 60. Is it 6 zeros and a 7-1? So if you were to do 100 billion, Oshi, always do the 100 billion here. You would need to spend 70,000.
Oh my God.
$70,759. Wow, man, that's a lot of Bitcoin there. .com, man, this project right here.
I
So
know.
they have a website that has market caps, has a lot of data. They're like, I think they have they provide like the bots, I think, for Telegram for buy
Yeah.
bots as well. So they have a lot of stuff going on. They're a bunch of talented guys. They're at $5.77, but they did have a pullback, I believe, of 5.71%. But I mean, yeah, so that's a strong project so far, at least. Ordi is up 7.20, which kind of makes sense. I feel like a lot of times Ordi and Sats don't run super strong together.
Yeah.
Like, they both might be green just because the whole space is green together, but typically one will definitely run a lot stronger. And it looks like maybe Ordi's starting to kind of pick up the pace since Sats had the baton the past like 4 days. So Ordi is at 52.09. Like to see this get back up to $60. Ospy. This is that project that we have been looking into. They have a website to where you can basically track your BRC20 transactions and really track all your transactions, get notifications
Yeah.
for any activity on your wallet. So I think that's really cool, because like if you're sitting there and you're just checking your email and you have a notification that the transfer is initiated on your wallet, and you're like, I didn't do any transfer, then right away, hey, something malicious might have happened. I clicked on a site or something.
Well, it
But
gives you time as well to potentially front run it,
and try
right?
to
So
try to reverse it.
because in Bitcoin we have time, which is people say is a bad thing, but that potentially could save your assets.
Yep, exactly.
So
They're
I'm
sitting at
very bullish on this.
Yeah, they're sitting at 18 cents. When they first really got going, they were at 5 cents. I want to say like maybe 4 days ago, and they jumped all the way to 25 cents. So, and their volume has been really good. They've been in the top 5 for the past 2 days. And then you have Ghosty. We all know Ghosty is down 8.41%, sitting at $1.25. This is before our last update. This was below $1. It was like at 80 cents or something, and it finally crossed that threshold, I believe,
Yeah.
yesterday or the day before. So I'm bullish on Ghosty just because a lot of people are bullish on Ghosty, even outside of Bitcoin, and they're coming over here just to buy Ghosty. And then Ghosty's getting attention from like some of these centralized exchanges too. So I wouldn't be shocked if they get listed on some exchanges, but they're down 8.41% because they had a really big jump up. Track is down 15.48%, sitting at $6.90. Wow. So obviously someone's trying to just sell this quick because it jumped from 721 to 690. But Track has been pretty strong. I forgot why they jumped up a couple days ago. I know they went to the Taipei
Mm.
blockchain convention,
Oh,
and,
it was because they announced their partnerships.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. There was multiple partners in there
Yeah.
too. Like Animoca Brands was a
Yep.
part of it too. So Scry Labs, congratulations, man. I think Benny picked a good, investment firm
Yep.
that was able to really get these investors into that group.
Yeah.
BMP has been on a little bit of a runner, up 38.89% in volume, sitting at 2 cents. Um, Turt is up 51.78%, sitting at 10 cents. Uh, Bias, I haven't heard of this one. It's up 14.48%, sitting at 16 cents. Sim is, I think, one of those dual, like BRC20 and CBRC20.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are jumping on this. It's up 40%, sitting at 23 cents. CN66 up 129.41%, sitting at 7 cents. OXBT up 7.69% in 24-hour volume, sitting at 10 cents. Well, it's
Wow.
starting to get there. It's starting to jump up, man. I'm not shocked though. I mean, if you go here and you go here, you see that their holder count is still 15,000
Yeah.
people, man. At the end of the day, that's still a lot of holders. So,
Dude, if OXP keeps going, that's a top signal for me. I'm getting the hell out of everything. No, I'm
well,
joking.
but you have to understand though, like,
Yeah.
again, it's like node monkeys. The people
Yeah,
that
yeah,
got
yeah.
hurt from it are from this space. If there's newbies coming in, they're looking for something to jump on.
Yeah.
So Traverse had a pretty good bounce back, up 130.77% in 24-hour volume, sitting at 4 zeros and a five
Wow.
nine. I think the market cap somewhere around 5 million or something like that right now. Benny with a single N is down 3%. This thing got up to like oh wow, so yeah, it was at 180 something yesterday.
Wow.
I didn't realize I had some in my wallet the other day, but that's pretty cool. Burge, I think it's supposed to be Bridge.
Is it new?
Um, kind of. It jumped on the scene, I want to say, like a week and a half ago. I
Okay.
added it to my list. It's up 39.85%. I think it has to do with bridging, but it's at 24 cents. Evolve. This is the token with for I'm So Chris, and the Bitmap Valley is down 13.92% in volume, sitting at 13 cents though. Not too bad. 75 million total in supply. This is one interesting. I know he set up payment rails for Bitmap
Yeah.
Valley using Evolve, so interesting to see how this plays out. JPEG at number 19, up 66.5% in total volume for the day, and is sitting at 12 cents. Is that JPEG Wars? It's not, right?
I don't know.
I don't think it is, but we'll see.
I think they were
BTC.
they were J Wars, if I
Oh yeah,
remember
that's right.
correctly.
That's right.
J War.
Yeah. Man, they left right before the boom.
I know,
It's
man.
crazy. BTC down 98.62%, sitting at not even a penny. OnFi, this is one that they're building a bridge from Ethereum over here. Um, they're sitting at 0.0045 cents, and then they are up 7.242% on the day. Mice up 6.90%, and they are sitting at 7 cents. And then .net is up 51.38%, sitting at 6 cents.
All right.
So yeah, there's some newer names in here. Remember those days? Like sometimes we would have like zero volume in
I
the top
know, dude.
23. Like we're not never seeing that. Like the one Bitcoin starts really at number 19
Yeah.
and it goes all the way up. So pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, man. It really is. It just shows how much this market has grown, man, and matured. It's insane.
For sure, for sure.
Insane. It was cool. Like it's cool that we have the receipts too. We can go back and watch these videos from way back when and kind of see the prices on things. It's pretty cool. I do it from time to time.
Really?
But yeah, I go back and look. But I'll take you guys through the Magic Eden update here. We got the Bitcoin frog sitting at 0.396, absolutely killing it. Been in the top spot now for weeks and actually just destroying everything in its path.
Look at
The
the
map,
volume.
I know, it's insane. 193 Bitcoin in frogs. Absolutely. There's only 10,000 of these freaking things. Like it's insane.
Yep.
Insane. But We got bitmaps sitting at 0.00631. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think in dollar value, that's like what, almost $300. Insane. Absolutely
Yep.
insane. And then we have this. We've seen this a couple times before, but it's never really pumped into the top three like it has. I don't even know how to say this. MN Crims.
Yeah.
I don't
He's an
know. But
artist. Yeah.
sitting at 0.02. I wish he would change his name to something more simpler, but that would it's cool. They're actually really cool. Bitcoin punks in that fourth spot. We haven't seen this since the early days. It seems like sitting at 0.08. These kind of fell off and then came back. I remember seeing these at 0.002, bro. Remember that? It's insane.
Yeah.
And we have Ordinal MaxiBiz sitting 0.07 over a Bitcoin, over a half Bitcoin, sitting at 0.575. This is actually in the fifth spot, man. It's actually getting hit by a lot of things right now. And then we have the Fuzzy Foxes sitting at 0.016. These actually came out of nowhere as well. They weren't on our list last week. And then we got the Goosenals, honk honk. I'm actually going to be changing my PFP to a Goosenal eventually when I get my check mark. I'm still waiting on that. And then Ordivrox sitting at 0.1879. Wow, I can't believe I gave one of these away one time. And then we got the misprints sitting at 0.0295. These things have flown up. These were at 0.0005 at one point, dude. Insane. BitDogs, the floor is 0.01. And then we have the Bitlen OG Pass. This is something new from the Bitlen team. They just dropped this week. So you can see a lot of OG passes. A lot of times that's just their way of getting around some regulatory systems, which is really cool. And we have the rare sats sitting at 0.0001, 7.323 in value. The rare sats really haven't really been moving. I want to take a quick look at this really quick. I guess the uncommons have been moving a little bit. The uncommons, no, $177, 191. Nope. It's really weird to not see any of these guys really moving. But that is your Magic Eden update. And then you're going to take them to the BRC 420.
Yeah, BRC 420. This is the metaverse bitmap marketplace here. Let's go here. You can see that the blue box is going absolutely nuts. It's $22,485 is the floor. Man, this has been nuts with this thing. And then Bitmap Town, finally, man, Bitmap Town, yay! It jumped up to like 260. Well, it got to 300, but it's at 260. So I'd be excited to see if this thing can really kind of make another leg up. But this is the asset that you can create your kind of design your bitmap. So keep your eye on this one. This one can definitely take off. There's only 10,000 in supply. Quite a bit of holders. 1673 compared to 2750 on the blue box side. Metabox, this one also only 359 holders. The supply is smaller, but it's also the floor is 1588.77. This blue box was launched by the official. You can see launched by BRC 420 official, but then these other ones partnered with BRC 420. You can see. So this was actually really smart because I think there was some issue that Jeffrey was and his team were running into to where people were deploying these BRC 420s and then not having any content on there. So you'd mint nothing. And then so what he did was kind of put this like badge here to show you, hey, look, this is, we've checked them out or whatever, know? So I think
stamp of approval. Yeah.
Exactly. Super smart in my opinion. You got the water margin DLCs sitting at $51.66. As you can see there. And then you have Dreamland DLCs, a lot of DLCs, man. This is coming up here for $321.23. This one's new, so it looks like it's just kind of like decorative, like I don't know, like bright colored furniture stuff that you can have in there. Bitmap Kingdom, $998. There's only 55 of these. The cube, the dragon. I go back. The dragon here is at $173.
Nice.
Yeah, it's starting to jump up. This is really. You got a couple of these?
Yeah, I got 3 of these things, man.
Nice. Yeah.
I think I said it before, but I meant to get 1 and I got 3.
Yep. And this avatar is really cool to use in the world. You actually flap your wings, you fly, and it's really cool. Kingdom DLC is at $52.09. I'm surprised this one's not popping,
Bitmap
but
Kingdom. Yeah.
yeah, because you get that other free dragon in there and stuff. Bitmap Kingdom cube, $1,000 for this cube. Let's see if any orders are in here. A couple of orders in here. Okay. And then you got Pepe Verse, 21,000. So this is obviously probably not really selling much.
Yeah.
They just kind of hiked this price up. Then Mario Pepe, $21. And we'll just go to Sir White Paper. There's this key here. I'm not sure what this is, but it's selling for $151. It has been selling. And then Sir White Paper here is selling for $251. Wow. Yeah, the Blockamoto stuff does pretty well, actually.
It does.
You know, but yeah. And then going to our avatars, you can see that we're still minting out. You know, we touch on this every episode just because it's a way for you guys to help us out if you decide you wanted
Support
to
the show.
support the show. I moved to the third one. You can see right here. You can get my avatar here. It's still during the mint process, so you can do that. It's pretty cheap, like $3 to mint. But it did resell once on the secondary because you can actually list it if you want for $52 there. And then Shizzy is also on here as well. Might be on the 6th page here.
Oh wow, I'm getting. I'm middle.
Oh,
Up.
there he is.
There I
He is
am.
right here.
That handsome guy right there.
Yep. He's going for $39. He forgot the zero on that one. Hey, look.
No, I'm just a premium product, bro.
Yeah.
Ordi box.
Yeah, Ordi box looks pretty cool. I don't know what this is about, but I like it. I like the design.
Yeah, it's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. So, and then that pretty much wraps it up for the BRC 420 market update.
You know what I want? I want a shiz box.
A shiz box. A shiz box.
And I'll take you guys through the redness of amazingness of opportunity over here on the Atomicals market here. Guys, you can remember these are going to Unisat soon. So I am very bullish on Atomicals. The price goes down. It really does remind me of how the BRC 20s were a while back. But we got Atom sitting at around $13.03. Got all the way up to about $17 last week. And this really got to push up after Unisat announced that. So this is kind of like the kind of the fallback here a little bit, which is pretty fine, normal. Realm sitting at 61 cents, sitting at $11 million market cap. Look at the market cap difference, 252 and 11. That shows me there's definitely potential for something to really start moving here. We got Electron in that third spot. This is supply is a lot higher than most of them, but sitting at like 1 cent. And then we have Atomicals Virtual Machine AVM sitting at 23 cents. DMT sitting at 0.11 cents. And then Neutron, the new guy in town here, sitting at under a penny. This one is really cheap. We were talking to Tholf yesterday, and Tholf was saying how it's really hard to mine these things. So this is he was saying that this is a very, very good position for you to be in if you want one of those. Yeah, and then we have Rect sitting at 28 cents. The market cap is tiny over here. This actually has a team behind it. So much opportunity with this, guys. And yeah, so we got Bitwork sitting at 4 cents. Some of these market caps are crazy small, so just be careful with these little guys here. That's how early we are. Oh, what is Proton? I've never seen this before, but I am interested. Oh wow, might have to look into that a little later as well. Have you seen Proton before?
I have not seen it.
Must have been something just popped on. This could be. I gotta check if it's minting and stuff like that. But if you haven't checked out our thoughts video from last night, it's actually very, very so much information in there. Very, very informative. I learned a lot about a lot of these tokens, and definitely check that out. I'll actually put that in the show notes for you guys if you want to check it out after this one. But yeah, and then you'll take us through the Ordinals Wild to check out those tap tokens.
Yep, this is the last market update here.
I feel like we always get to the hour.
Yeah, we're good at that. We're good at timing that. All right, let's start it off with Gib. Gib is sitting at 26 cents. 26 cents. Then you have the Ordify. This one actually has been popping up a little bit. Like it jumped all the way to like 42 cents. But
Yeah.
sitting at 19 cents, I think that's like a good value for it before, tap X if it does launch. But in my opinion, what's really going to get these tokens going is a dedicated marketplace that just
Yeah.
showcases these tokens. So got to kind of check, wait for that to happen. Miner is actually, I think Miner's getting burnt. I think
It's getting
Miner's
burnt for DM. What was it? The one
dark.
token, right?
Yeah,
Dark.
dark. Yeah.
DRK.
So the remaining. Oh, so no. How it works is you are able to give your miner up for a certain amount of dark, and then the whatever you did give up for it, they're gonna burn it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool for the supply because the supply is already pretty small at 500K. So that's gonna be an interesting one to
Yeah.
watch. Then you got based, got all the way back up to like 3 something, like 3,000. Now the
Yeah.
floor is at 2,600. We'll kind of see how this plays out. I know that they did screenshots or snapshots for airdrops and stuff like that. And then the dark tap token is sitting at $3.77, and this is the only one with a logo on here, so it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. RPG sitting at 16 cents. You got Troll. Troll's one that Troll has a lot of energy. I feel like because you constantly see them on X, and they have a good job with their engagement and stuff there. And then you have, I'm going to skip Tap Exchange because really there's no volume there on a daily basis. Bitmap is at 4 cents. It's been toggling between 4 and 5 cents. And then we will let's do Biddle. Biddle's probably got 3 cents. And then Benny, this one right here, is at $7.11. So this token I think has like 200,000 supply or something. So it's actually not doing too bad. Maybe this could be a big meme there. And then Bunny will be the last one that we do here. Bunny's sitting at 3 cents. And so Bunny's getting a lot of momentum on the BRC 420 because they have their pink box here. You can see that, and you get 10,000 Bunny tokens if you have this. You get 10,000 Bunny tokens. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the market updates for every asset that
Everything.
Yep.
We completely showed you everything in Ordinals in the Bitcoin ecosystem, guys. If you liked it, please smash the like. It really helps the algo out and get more people in here. We're trying to go full time, so if anything, you guys can share this to people. The more views, the better it is for us. If you guys support us, we will eventually be able to support you with daily lives. That is our goal. So if you cannot watch, you can definitely listen. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on every streaming platform. So check those out if you haven't. If you guys can leave reviews for them, again, that helps us out, and then we can return the favor and help you guys out with more information and more videos. So
yeah, for sure. And remember, we're going live tomorrow night. It's 9 p.m. Eastern
time.
So they're always fun. We did giveaways. We did some great giveaways last week.
Yep.
We'll probably do a couple more tomorrow.
See what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Everything's getting really expensive. Every time I give something away, it's like, oh crap.
Jumps
Anyway,
up a bunch of percent.
dollars.
Hey, yeah, so it might just be like 1 or 2 if we do it.
Yeah. Well,
but
we got one of those koalas still, right?
yeah, we have 2 still.
Koalas. Maybe we'll give them away.
Yeah, but yeah, so just look out for that. Make sure you join. They're always fun. Other than that, I think we're it's a wrap. Yeah.
See you guys.
Peace.